Be the change. Peaceful, content, compassion, empathy, boundaries, gratitude, faith, joy, appreciation, becoming the best version of yourself. Just because, why not? And the heart chakra is showing up with harmony. Harmony is indeed, okay, we got two cards actually. I am balanced, I flow gently and easily, and they're both on the heart. Harmony, ease, and grace. Harmony, ease, and grace. I am balanced. Not too much of this, not too much of that. Went too far in that direction? Good. Now you know maybe what you don't want. Went too far in that direction? Good. Maybe you figure out what you don't want, which is equally important as to figure out what you do want. So you can bring things back into balance. And that's how we figure things out. You try it out. Oh, too much. No, I didn't like how I felt about that. I didn't like how it made me feel to be there. I didn't like what kind of thoughts came up in myself after I've been in that environment. Being around those people made me do weird stuff that I otherwise perhaps wouldn't do. My body, mind, body, and spirit. Mind, body, and spirit work in harmony with each other. When you allow your mind to stop thinking for a little while, like to be quiet for a little while. You allow your mind to be quiet for a little while, and your soul, your essence, who you truly are, your presence, the body, where you live, I have balance in my life with room for both pleasure and purpose. Too much doing on the purpose? All right, bring it back. Okay, that was too much. Now you know. So now you can bring it back into balance. Too much pleasure over here. Didn't get anything done with my purpose. Okay, I'm going to bring it back. Balance here. Okay, good. Now I found balance. Mind, body, and soul. Mind, overthinking. Oh my goodness. So mind, yeah, like our minds go in 110 miles per hour. Yeah. For the majority of the day, for the majority of the night, for the majority of always, we're always thinking. We are thinking about what to do. We are thinking about what happened. We are thinking about what we want. We are thinking about comparing ourselves to others, comparing ourselves to this and that. And comparison is the thief of joy. Once you go down that road, too much comparison, now I'm feeling sad and jealous and all that. Okay, I'm going to bring it back, maybe new perspective, and the other way. So you find your balance, new perspective, bringing in 10 of Wands. The mind is not supposed to be active all the time. It's like it's supposed to be using it when you need it. Like it's a great tool for planning things. It's a great tool for conversations. It's a great tool for information. It's a great tool for creativity. It's a great tool for so many things, the mind. The mind becomes our worst enemy when we don't treat it as such, as a tool. When it becomes our whole world, now we become our mind. Yes, now I am my thoughts, and whatever imaginary world I made up in my head, that's my world. And that's how we do, and it's overloading us. It's filling us up with fear. It is filling us up with anxious thoughts and depression and what's it called? Despair. Our minds are can be our best friend and our worst enemy. Okay, in mind space, going over there, worst enemy. I'm judging everything I do. I'm judging everything. Even while I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh my gosh, how can you be so stupid? Why would you say that about that card? Why would you do that? Like, now people are going to think. And then you make up all these things. Constantly we do this. When we're out there too, we're judging ourselves in interactions with others, while interactions with others. And so while doing that, we are cutting our own light. We are just stabbing ourselves in the back. And so to take some time to figure out what is going on in your mind might take some of those heavy burdens away from you. And the Wands is about passion. It's about being passionate about things and being in love with life and being in love with the little projects that you do and being in love with your partner or being in love with enjoying each other's company or being in love with creating something new or being in love with life or just having this excitement. Oh my gosh, like childlike excitement. I'm so excited. I'm going to go there and check this out. That's going to be so much fun. And bringing that kind of passion and that kind of drive into the things that we do will change our whole perception, our whole outlook on everything. And so we have our bodies, Page of Wands, new learning, do something new, like something that you can be passionate about. Get some information. Perhaps there is something that you wish that you were better at. Maybe you can start juicing, or maybe you can make smoothies, or maybe you can start a workout routine, or maybe you can do just lean and green and organic and be very mindful of what you put in your body. Or maybe you can be, I don't know, figure it out how your body responds best to what you give it. And then exercise, too much exercise over there. Okay, I'm going to bring it back. That made me exhausted. Now I can't do anything else. So it's going to bring me back into center and balance. No exercise over here. Well, now I can't really get myself to leave the couch because it feels so good here. I don't have to really do anything. Okay, too much relaxation, too much couch. We're going to bring it back into here and find balance. A little of this and a little of that and a little of this and a little of that goes a long way. And sometimes we just have to find a new way of thinking about it. Pages are like children, or they're like newcomers in something. It's like starting up, maybe getting some new education about something, starting a new project, bringing your body. It can be dancing. Like if you want to dance, like go to a dancing class or do something, create something, go to the pottery class that you always wanted, like create something beautiful with your hands, with your body, dancing, creating joy and harmony with other people. Nine of Pentacles for the soul, wish fulfillment, time, energy, resources, spending, putting your effort into know thyself. Like that's what Jesus said, know thyself. And it makes a lot of sense, because how are you going to be able to interact with other people if you don't know yourself? And then you don't know them either. You can only meet other people as deeply and as far as you have met yourself. And so knowing thyself, knowing how you work, your mind, body, and soul, getting familiar with it, taking some time to sit down and really feel it and be like, okay, so how can I optimize the usage of my mind? How can I optimize the usage of my body? How can I optimize the presence and the beauty of my soul? And how can you get these into balance? If you are single, so there's going to be a crazy turn of events that might just change your fates forever. The fates is shown up here in romance and the single ladies or gentlemen or however it's, or whatever it's called these days. It doesn't really matter, humans. So romance, single, you might just get an interference with the fates, which may take you out of your singleness or your singlehood or what you want to call it, which is perhaps a good thing, perhaps not a good thing. Always a good lesson. Too much of this or too much of that, finding the balance. Relying on fate though. Like, and if you take care of your mind, don't let it overthink. Don't let the mind overthink. Don't overload yourself with stuff and make it so that it's overwhelming. You can't take it and stuff like that. Allowing the mind to be open so that you can receive. Always in romance, you have to be able to receive. If you're always only going to be a giver, then there's imbalance. I'm only going to give, so I'm only over here. I'm give. Well, there's receive, take over here. And maybe there is a balance point that you can find it, because you have to be able to do both. And it's nothing wrong with not being capable of receiving at the moment. That's just something you put on your spiritual to-do list. How can I, and then you can pray about it, like, how can I be better at receiving things? Show me how I can better receive things and people and places and things and information, so whatever, in my life. And then you just pray about it and you observe and see what's going on around you, and then the answers will come to you. If it's complicated, you got the Six of Pentacles. Maybe there is an imbalance sometimes in relationships. Like this one character here is standing here with all the coins, and there are two people in front of her receiving time, energy, money, resources from this one person. Sometimes if it feels complicated in the relationship, it could be that one person is taking all the power. Like there's nothing left for the other one. I'm overpowering over here and I'm just going to stay that way. Or it can be like, if it's complicated, perhaps there needs to be more generosity in the relationship. Both ways. Perhaps there needs to be more giving and receiving. And complicated, there is something that needs to be opened up within one or both of you all. Probably both, because usually we bring in people and relationships to our lives so they can teach us something. And they can teach us something, and then you get a lesson, and then you can move on with the gift of the lesson. And with it being complicated, maybe you'll be able to figure it out, maybe not. Being generous, volunteering, donations. In a committed relationship, we got Four of Pentacles, balance, foundation. Committed relationships should provide a good foundation for two people, in my opinion. Like a good relationship, a committed relationship should be an arena where you find trust. You can trust each other. There is loyalty there, so you can rely on this person in your life. When you're in a committed relationship, you want to be able to trust them. You don't have to worry about what they're doing. You don't have to keep an eye on them all the time because they want to be out there and be a player and get all the attention. Or you don't have to worry about what they're going to do when you're not there, because you trust them. They have good character. They have integrity. And you have integrity. And so if you bring two people with integrity together, then the Four of Pentacles is a very solid, very beautiful, very balanced foundation. And from that foundation, two people in a relationship like that have great strength. They have someone they can talk to. They have someone they can do stuff with. They have someone who can encourage them on their bad days. They have someone who can lift them up when they're feeling down. They have someone they can lift up when they're feeling down. And they have someone that there's a play there, like you can be each other's strength and you can build each other's up, so that the one person in a good integrity relationship is getting double strong almost with having that other person in their life. That's a good relationship. If you're in a committed relationship, then you want to make sure that if you're on your own, you would only be half as good as you were with this person in your life. Then you're giving each other something. You're building something up and you're bringing something to the table that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Brand new idea in regards to work, something that you love, something that is something that you love in a relation with work. So we got Ace of Cups, Two of Wands, and we got King of Cups. So in relationship to work, Ace of Cups to the King of Cups. So something that is kind of fulfilling, starting, feeling fulfillment. Maybe you find a new direction with your work that you want to do. Perhaps you make a new choice. Okay, I'm not so happy where I'm at right at the moment. So maybe I'll look around and see if there's something better I can do with my time and bring in the same amount of money that I need. And Ace of Cups, it's like a brand brand new proposal. It can literally be like a marriage proposal. It can be like a new baby, or it can be new things. So with work, it can be like, do you want to work with me? Do you want to start this project together? Or do you want, yeah, so birthing something new, creating something new, and then perhaps in a relation with someone else, like they approach or you approach, and now you have a team together that can work together and starting something, and it's going to bring with good planning and putting passion in there, being passionate about it, putting it into works, it's going to be fruitful. So whichever, if you have any kind of new proposals coming to your life, if you have any kind of new people that want to work with you or do stuff with you, it might be worth sitting down and taking a look at it, like, and making a choice. Here I am right now. This is what it gives me. My job currently is okay. So there's great coworkers there. Socializing is good. Getting to get familiar with the community, people who live here, getting to learn the structure of a company, whatever. It can be so many things. So these, and it gives me the money that I need to buy food, to provide my own foundation. And so is this worth it, or do I want to gamble on this new thing that comes with my heart and my soul and my passion is going to be in it? And the King of Cups is like going from the Ace of Cups, planning it out, putting it into motion, going from the Ace of Cups to the King of Cups. It's like the whole freaking thing. And so the King of Cups, now you're doing something you really love and you're good at it. You're assertive, you're good at it, you have mastery, you love what you do, and it's passion, it's not work. Feels more like fun. And shadow work. Okay, so the Queen of Swords is showing up here. I'll be honest, this card, this particular Queen of Swords looks kind of brusque and serious, like leadership though. Maybe putting heart into leadership, putting more soul into what you're doing. Yes, you can step up, you can have this persona, you can have this power with you, you can have this depth with you and everything. And then it is intimidating kind of if you show up there like with your full armor on and everything and speak it. So sometimes softening up and allowing not only the mind and the logic and planning and strategic and all that stuff, which is good things, nothing wrong with it. Sometimes though, it might be a good thing to mix in a little bit of heart and a little bit of compassion and caring. Also making choices. How do you make choices? How can you make the choice? Two of Swords in believing, trusting yourself and trusting the higher things. This is actually a very interesting are you going to choose like the worldly, the 3D stuff? Always like, okay, I'm going to choose the fame and the fortune and the cars and the shoes and the watches and the clothes and all that designer things? Or are you going to choose that and going to choose your soul? Choose your soul, and maybe you'll have all these other things too. But if you prioritize your soul, at least you're going to feel good when you get it. If you get it, you're going to feel good about maybe not even getting it because you don't really need it. So shadow work. What kind of choices are you making? Where are you putting the decision? Where does the decision come from? Does it come from your logic, your brain, your thinking? You're thinking that this is what the society around me wants me to be. This is what I'm supposed to look like. This is what I'm supposed to do at my age. This is what I'm supposed to be. And this is what people are expecting me to be. And sometimes they get really pissed off if you don't do what they think that you should do, because they have been doing this their whole life. And maybe they're freaking miserable with it, but they did it their whole life. So how dare you come in here and do things differently? Now I feel bad about all my choices in my life. So sometimes it can be worth to sit down and just look at how you are making your choices. What are the energy that you put into the choice that wins the choosing? and the strength card. Shadow work in the strength. It took me years to figure, before, like when I was like, I don't know, maybe a teenager or something like that, late teenager, and I was like noticing that every time something happened, I would lash out with my emotions. I would become my emotion. And so something happened around me, and then all of a sudden I was becoming the emotion. It was very tiresome, and it was very annoying, because people could just do stuff around me and I became this emotion, and it was just very, very stressful to live like that. And so then all of a sudden, I was asking, I was praying about these things, and then it was shown to me that you don't have to hang on to your emotions. You can just let them flush through you. Like, you can just let them fly through you. You don't have to react. You don't have to become the emotion just because you feel it. You can allow the emotion to come in. You can be in a great mood. You can have all kinds of emotions just coming through you, and you don't have to react or respond to any of them. Sometimes that's how people want to manipulate you. They want to get you off your center a little bit, off balance, or they want you to make certain decisions. So they're going to put certain carrots and sticks in front of you. But you don't have to go along with the game. Like, you can just stand still within yourself, observe the different things that is going on around you, observe how these different things make you feel. And now you can see what kind of game is being played around you. And it's usually because people want something from you, because otherwise they wouldn't put the time or attention or energy into it. So when that happens around you, it's because you have something that they want, and now they're trying to get it. Otherwise, they wouldn't put all that time and effort into it if it wasn't something valuable that you already have. So finding the strength within, like working on your shadow so that you can have things happening around you without freaking out about it, just having confidence that you are going to be able to handle it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, you're going to be able to handle it. And you don't have to lash on to your emotions. You can feel them. You can process them. And then you can respond, or you can just say, if something happens around you and you get all these emotions and you don't know what to do, you can just say, I need some time to process. This is a lot of information, so I just need some time to process it. I'll get back to you. And then you walk out of the situation. It can save you a lot of stress, and it can save you a lot of things. Spirit's advice, though, here is the Two of Cups. Finding and allowing for those soul bonds. Like, maybe even claiming it to the universe. I only allow in soul mates or soul bonds into my life. I don't have time for the karmics. I don't have time for all that other jazz. I don't got time for the players. I don't got time for the people with the games. I don't get time for any more narcissists. I don't get time for any more people who are completely off balance. Don't have time for it. They just need to go there and do some shadow work on their own, and then maybe they can come back and you can have conversations with them. This is for the people who are actually good for you. Like, Spirit is advising us in this reading today to Two of Cups, which is like love bond, something very, very special, and to believe in that. To believe in it, and it might bring in just a new journey, new learning about love in a different way. Page of Cups, a new start, educating yourself about something new. Maybe you have never heard about soul bonds or soulmates before. Maybe you can read up on it. Maybe there is something there that can help you figure out who the people that you're going to keep in your life are. Knowledge is power. And the Hermit. Get some new learning about what you are wanting to maybe put into works in your life. The Hermit. I love the Hermit. The Hermit is my favorite, because the Hermit has the courage to be brave enough to step away from the matrix, step away from all the chaos, all the loud sounds and the sparkling and the dings and the blings and the temptations and everything. The Hermit, though, takes a step back, mind, body, and soul, going within, figuring things out, knowing thyself. It's easy for me to be gentle and graceful when I connect to the rhythms of the earth and the universe. It is safe for me to be gentle and graceful. I follow my heart's desire. and I take the path of least resistance. Esther and Abraham Hicks says, the rampage of appreciation process is not about finding something troubling and fixing it. It's a process of practicing the higher vibrations. Higher vibrations. How can you practice the higher vibrations? The longer you focus upon things that feel good to you, the easier it is for you to maintain those vibrational frequencies that feel good. Make it your objective to choose objects of attention that easily evoke your appreciation. And the more you maintain those good feeling frequencies, the more the law of attraction will deliver to you other thoughts, experiences, people, and things that match your practiced vibration. Soul, bring that love out, that soul out, this love, and figure out like how you can be in a frequency of attracting that, and it will come to you just like that. I am balanced. I flow gently and easily. Joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. Open the heart to joy. It's a good thing that we can close our heart sometimes when you need it to protect yourself so you don't get drawn into all these emotions. It's also a good thing to be able to open it back up because you want to draw in this. And if you don't leave your heart open, you won't be able to attract that soul bond, the beautiful things, and all the good stuff that life has to offer. So maybe this is just a reminder to keep your heart space open. Allow the love to flow in and out. And the beautiful light in me, it honors, respects, and it loves the same beautiful light in you. And until next time.